Hold on now. That's a great segue into something else I want to talk tonight. This is another topic that's a bit old, a bit dated, but again, I had other stuff going on the past couple weeks. This morning, I'm just scrolling through YouTube. I see this video recommended to me. It's by the Tim Mimi girl, and it's the lies of Jeffree Star. And I'm watching through it or whatever, just hearing, okay, what does this person have to say? And I finished the video completely. It was a good video, by the way. From what I can tell, it was well researched. It was, you know, the tweets it didn't appear to be like some hit job or whatever. You got to be careful with these exposed videos, especially in the tea community. But I watched the video and it's reminding me exactly why I hate YouTubers. Like how you can go 1 year calling like your friend a pedophile, and then the next year we're chill, we're cool, we're making music together. It's amazing. Like this drastic mood shift. You guys want to sit there and watch this video? This is insane right here. You guys still in the screen share? Yeah, hop in there. This is another thing I want to talk about tonight. This YouTuber, I woke up this morning, I watched this video, and then I just immediately tweet out, Jeffree Star is disgusting, man. And immediately people are just like, thank you. And I'm thinking,
yeah,
I'm like,
everyone knows. He's like, everyone knows he's disgusting, but they protect him because of money or fear. It's the only one of the two.
Didn't Blair White prove that he like called Dahvie out like back then?
oh, well, he called Dahvie out, but then, well, let's just watch the video.
He called Dahvie out, but then he retracted it.
Yeah. Let's play this right here.
Saw Dahvie bringing underage girls to his hotel rooms and doing things 100% illegal. I no longer support Blood on the Dance Floor music and how disgusting Dahvie is.
Get ready. Disgusting, dude. We're back.
We all get over the past. Everything with Blood on the Dance Floor music and I is great. Stop the negativity and smile. Love my brother Blood on the Dance Floor music. His new album is out next week.
Okay, hold on now. In case you're totally out of the loop, let me show you what she's saying. So these tweets date back to 2010, where he's saying, "Fuck Blood on the Dance Floor." Touching children and enjoying the attention is evil. Fuck off, sicko. Being on tour with that child fucker. These are words he tweeted from his account. And then 1 year later, love my brother, Blood on the Dance Floor music. His new album is out next week. Everyone better be getting it. This is dated 1 year, or rather, I think this specific is 2 years, but there's a tweet from 2011. It's just like this, like, drastic mood shift. How do you go from calling somebody that you previously worked with a child fucker, and then all of a sudden, like, a year later, we're chill, we're cool. What's with all this negativity, bro? Come on.
People change, man.
People change.
Is that if this shit was tweeted in fucking 2010, 2011, 2012, why the fuck are we talking about it now? Why didn't anybody talk about it back then?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
I'm assuming people had to have been talking about it back then. Although Jeffree Star was probably not that big of a celebrity back then, but I'm sure there were people talking about it.
He was still relevant within like that kind of community of like social media. He wasn't like mainstream like he is now, but
because YouTube sucked back then. Let's keep going.
No, it's because before he didn't make makeup and stuff. He was just like a small little like musician or whatever, and he
like
was
pop star or something.
Smaller group, yeah. And then he moved into makeup and made his whole like industry and became like multi-millionaire and stuff. So, yeah, he just grew. I like how this video is titled off of Shane Dawson's.
Oh, that's another repulsive figure. Shane Dawson.
Shane Dawson's series was called The Beautiful World of Jeffree Star. It's called The
Beautiful give me a break.
Dude, one of the only reasons Jeffree Star has a good reputation now is one, because he makes good makeup, according to people. So people like him for that. But then also Shane Dawson. Like, he was really, really, like, not respected at all within the community. Then Shane Dawson, like, completely redeemed him. Well, and that's why he did those deals with Shane Dawson to make him like millions of dollars with the makeup. It's like, it's a codependency. Like, Jeffree Star relies on Shane to keep his reputation up, and then Shane relies on Jeffree Star to make money. So,
what is sick. That? There are a lot of these.
Fuck it.
Dude, I'm sick, and this is now my soapbox stream. Just like I'm sick of these cat moms getting into investigation, I'm sick of these YouTubers having to protect people. Because I was asking this question the other day, because we were talking about this in call or whatever. I don't think Boblox was there when I say we. I'm talking to other people, and I'm just like, why does nobody call Jeffree Star out? I mean, this guy is literally. I'm not saying he's a predator himself, obviously, but what I am saying is that he's shady, he's dishonest. He'll call people predators and hang out with them a year later. He did this recently, like a year ago, with James Charles last year. She'll play the text here in this video, but it's like, this guy is as shady as it gets in the public eye. It's not sneaky stuff that, people wouldn't know about. Everybody knows about this. What?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Why does nobody call this out?
The reason is because, number one, he has a lot of money, but number two, he's also very, like, aggressive and vengeful. He's like Keemstar, but, like, even more, like, aggressive and vengeful, and then
even more of a
lot of
psychopath.
money, and he has a lot of community protection. So, like, if you get on Jeffree Star's bad side, that is going to be hell for you if you are a notable figure within the community. And also, if you get on his bad side, you won't get his PR. He has a really, really, popular product that a lot of YouTubers want to review for their own channels. So it's just not in the self-benefit of the person to go after Jeffree Star. Which is still like, I mean, I would still go after him. I've gone after him. I've made videos on him, but...
This is that part of YouTube I just don't get and will never get, I guess. Because, like, you look at a guy like Jeffree Star, who wouldn't want to be the first big person to expose Jeffree Star? I mean, that shit would go viral. But people are scared of him. That's what they were telling me behind the scenes or whatever, is that this guy, he's not somebody you want to fuck with. I'm like, why?
Well, he's kind of like Keemstar, where he's been exposed so many times over the course of 10 years.
And thanks to assholes like
YouTube,
Shane Dawson or
like
whatever.
A meme. Like, people are like, oh, another Jeffree Star exposed, whatever, I'll still buy his makeup. It's like the same thing as Keemstar. Like, if you made a big Keemstar exposed video, Keemstar already went through his, like, exposed phase. So he's pretty much, he has, like, a bit of an immunity to it,
Man, these
right?
people are repulsive. I literally hate these people. I mean, it's just, it makes me disgust. I watched this video, I was actually, videos don't really elicit emotion into me. But this video actually, I was like, man, fuck this guy,
Yeah, well, the people, the community Jeffree Star is in, they're a bit more, like, backhanded than, like, say, the commentary community. Like, the commentary community will have an urge to, like, call out shit, but, like, the makeup community, they're just like, oh, yes, queen, let's just be friends so we can, make money and shit. Like, it's a bit more disingenuous of a community, in my opinion, just overall.
I just want to say really quick, I can sympathize with people who weren't calling him out. I know it's not as similar, but like when I was a small, like, nobody in the community and the shit happened with Chubbs, and then I had somebody come to me and be like, yo, like, you want to call him out or some shit, and I was like worried about that because I was a nobody trying to make it in the commentary community, and I had to call out, or I was gonna call out somebody who was friends with everybody that I looked up to, and I didn't know how it was gonna, like, I didn't want it to.
But you were also 12 at the time too, which makes it harder in your position because you don't have, like, the foresight as much as, when you get older and have those experiences, right?
I want to play this video.
Yeah.
I used to be a supporter of Jeffree Star's makeup. I have this thing, which I mostly got because it tastes like God's tears. So while highly controversial, Jeffree Star is one of the most respected and beloved people within the makeup community.
How?
His makeup
I'm just looking at him and I'm like, how?
Selling in the world at this point.
Do you guys think that
and
she's
for
single?
good reason.
Think that I have a chance with her at all?
You want to hit her up? I don't know,
dude,
man.
Of course. Shit, I may be underage, but I don't fucking care. She can catch the case, not me.
Dude, I mean, it's fine when it's like when the guy's the younger one, right? Like, that's okay.
Apparently, dude. I
Yeah,
bet you if I
dude.
were to, like, date a fucking 35-year-old right now, nobody would bat an eye.
Yeah, nobody.
But if I were
Yeah,
35
they'd be like,
and
"Yo,
dated
they'd be.
16-year-old.
I mean, at least the boys, they'd be like, hell yeah, dude." Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they'd be
Explain
like,
that
well,
fucking
Cyrus is
shit.
dating a 30-year-old, but he makes reaction commentary, which is a lot worse.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you've crossed the greatest cardinal sin on YouTube already. You got nothing to lose, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, dude. I'm already the fucking bane of the world. Bane of the world. I don't know. I'm already I suck, dude. Play the video.
Its quality blows other companies Japanese quality of makeup out of the water, and a lot of it is truly unique. I myself will admit that a lot of his makeup is some of the best that I've ever worn. And not only that, but he is truly inspirational to a lot of his fans because Jeffree Star started out in lots of debt, living in a small apartment, and struggling like a lot of people in this world. That had been very relatable for a lot of people. A lot of people look up to him for that because they see this as an example that if you try hard enough to achieve your dreams, one day they could become a reality. Despite being so inspirational to so many people, including myself at one point, I can no longer ignore some of the very dark traits that he has displayed.
A big issue with Jeffree right off the bat is that he's demonstrated being extremely verbally aggressive towards fans and supporters. From freaking out on people running his website in Shane's series.
Basically, the only thing about this is we're not seeing proof that the palette has sold at all.
Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy.
Man in his pink jumpsuit getting mad in his office.
This guy dresses and acts like a child. I mean, just take one look at this person, right? Like, they just look sinister, like they got something going on or whatever. You
Like
stay away from that dude. Looks like a fucking crack addict, bro.
He's just squeezing out all of his fucking sperm cells, dude. Holy
Like, you know,
shit.
like when you like look at a guy and you're like, yeah, stay away from that guy. You know, that's what I get from Jeffree.
I feel like he siphoned all of his testosterone like out of every aspect of himself and channeled it directly into his anger, dude.
I'm not gay, but I'd fuck Jeffree Star. I feel like that's a W.
I like how we're just
He's just so rich. He's so fucking rich. I feel like he'd pay me, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, real quick though.
That'd have to be a lot of money to get me to do that.
I think I did a pretty good new tweet.
It's like his boyfriend who went with him for 5 years, took all the money, dipped, and then got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Did.
People in chat are telling me to clip. I mean, kick.
Thank you. On the Shane Jeffree page, it was never Also, lipsticks and some mirrors.
Oh, when Jeffree screams, sounds like a fucking demon, dude. He's like, ah!
Yeah, like,
but it's so high pitched and like it's so evil, dude. He sounds like Cruella de Vil or like the fucking you know, Ursula or whatever. It's like a fucking villain.
This guy, like, again, like, you know, I don't know. It's just like you get that vibe. I know. Andy nah, disavow. What the hell, bro?
I'd blow him for clout.
You're not even on OnlyFans. What are you doing, Worski?
Dude, Worski needs that money, dude. Come on.
Oh my god.
Get those stacks.
Get him on Worski Live.
$1 million to fuck Jeffree Star.
Dude,
you guys
should raging over pig mirrors, dude.
You guys should bring
$1 million to fuck Jeffree Star. What do you say?
No.
You wouldn't do it for
10 mil.
Dude, I call that a healthy investment.
We've been through this question before, right? Like, just would you suck dick for no?
My lowest amount to suck a cock for money would probably be like 500,000. Because, like, you know, imagine what that 500,000 could turn into over time.
Well, that's always the argument, right? Like, it's a moral, like, you know. I guess
morals,
it's not morals. It's
well,
just
no, like here's like the here's like this is what I always think of when I hear the argument, right? No. This is what I always think of, right? Is that you've got like, hold on now. So like that argument, right? Like, oh, well, think about what you could do with the money. It's like, okay, well, here's my, and I'm not saying this is related to sucking a dick, right? But let's say you could kill your father for like $1 trillion or something like that.
That's
like
$1 trillion.
that trillion bucks, like you're taking out one human life, right? That should be close to you, but you're gonna use that money to help out so many other people, right?
I think this
I'm not saying that it's the same. I'm not saying like killing your dad is the equivalent of sucking a dick. I'm not even saying that. But I'm saying that.
But I kill my dad for $1 trillion. Because I mean, it's like that's $1 trillion, dude. He's lived a good long life. You know?
But
Dude,
it's almost the thing about killing someone versus sucking a dick is that killing someone has moral and legal ramifications.
I know. I'm not comparing the two. It's just something we were talking.
There are no cops around. You got to keep that in mind.
What the fuck did I just join back to?
Even if fucking a cock is like the worst experience you could have in your life, would you be able to like you know, it's like having a horrible experience for like a couple minutes to get like $500,000. I don't know.
It depends on whose cock it is. Like, would it be like a nice?
That's another part. Yeah.
Like
some like crusty like meth dealer down the alleyway or something, or is it like
Jesus Christ?
Sucking up Chief Keef, maybe.
All right, let's stay on topic here.
Shane lipstick was never.
Yeah, this stream is a lot more insight than Nick's stream.
better content is over here.
Watch a video about Jeffree Star, and like 2 minutes in, we talk about if we're gonna suck his cock or not. Like, what's going on?
To be fair, I've clarified. No, you guys are like the gay ones.
For $500,000.
I wouldn't say I'm gay.
$500,000.
I just say that like I'm a business person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
may not be gay.
You look at everything
so that I'd be set for life.
You're not gay. You look at it mathematically. You know.
Exactly. You know, it's like it's crazy too, because I don't look at my channel from a money perspective, but I look at sucking dick from a money perspective. You know, it's like I'd start an OnlyFans if I were an adult. Like when I turn 18, if OnlyFans is still booming, I'll dress up like a fucking trap dude. I'm down. That's free cash.
So you would rather get $500,000 from sucking dick than making like a couple of YouTube videos?
But it's not a couple of YouTube videos, at least not for fucking me. Everything I do.
Well, I know it wouldn't be a couple. I'm like,
maybe if I made like fucking daily uploads for the next 17 years. Fuck me. Jesus.
And
dude,
he says,
like suck one quick cock and you're rich.
Is that bad?
I really hope.
I don't know. It depends on what sort of video I'm making. I just have a bad habit of saying fuck every 5 seconds. I just can't help it.
Oh yeah.
No,
and I assume you don't.
that $750 amount that Warski threw in the chat. I really hope that's not the lowest amount he would go. Right? Like only
$750. Not
Bro,
like $750.
Okay, I would not suck dick for $750. What?
I would not suck dick for $750.
Oh
yeah.
I said $500K minimum. That's not gay. That's
you can make that from like one stream.
I feel like that's a fine minimum.
Alright guys, come on. We've been talking about this for like ages. Come on, let's watch some.
This is like an age-old. This is like really
defensive way. If God forbid
10 mil
any
minimum.
fans ever voice any concerns, this type of behavior is completely unacceptable. He shows very little class or regards towards others whatsoever. Some of these people spend hundreds of dollars on his merchandise. I've never seen a fan base so accepting of this type of treatment. And what's worse is when he's clearly in the wrong and overreacting, his fans still dogpile these people and begin to think that this type of behavior is acceptable because that's the tea, sis. But it doesn't end there. Unfortunately, I have to return to the topic of Dahvie Vanity for just a moment. However, we're not going to dive deep into that as I have already made a video, but we are going to touch base a little bit on my problems with Jeffree Star's involvement. Jeffree Star and Dahvie Vanity used to be close enough to where they have gone on tour together, and after their first tour, Jeffree Star said the following: "I'm gonna speak the truth till I die. We saw Dahvie bringing underage girls to his hotel rooms and doing things 100% illegal. I no longer support Blood on the Dance Floor music and how disgusting Dahvie is. Touching children and enjoying the attention is evil. F off, sicko. Being on tour with that child has made me see the truth. I regret ever doing a song with that pig. Rest in peace, cause you'll never be me. If you support that piece of shit, then unfollow me because you're supporting child. Dahvie is the lowest, worthless scum I've ever met."
These are not only horrible things to say about somebody, but things you better be damn sure you got the receipts for, because these are criminal allegations. Child fucker, saying he's touching kids or whatever. And this is like, and the reaction is understandable, Chris. Like, if you found out your business partner, and we would presume friend, right? Although I'm skeptical if people like these have real friends, or if they have like, you know, whatever. Look, this is like somebody you're working with. You find out, like, you know, at least based on what you think, that they're a pedophile. Yeah, the reaction is, should be expected. But notice what she says at the start, right? Like, I'll keep saying this until I die. Well, that didn't last long. Not long at all.
And what's interesting about these tweets is that he has deleted some of them, or at least they have been hidden in some way. Sometimes Twitter does like to shadow ban things if they're inappropriate. And the only one that is still visible if you search it on Twitter is this one. Now, when I was working on my first video about Dahvie Vanity, I wanted to look on Twitter to see if Jeffree Star had deleted these tweets. And when you go on the advanced search, if you type in certain keywords, different tweets from someone can pop up. And that's where I found these tweets. I want to disclose that I got a couple comments claiming that these tweets were fake because they had his current profile picture instead of one from years ago, and that's because I did exactly what I just said I did. Now, after that, some people were able to find even more tweets regarding Jeffree Star and Dahvie Vanity in the past, and I want to go over those with you because this is something that I find rather concerning, and believe it or not, this ties into something even bigger that's currently going on. He said these things back in 2010, and then a year later in 2011, for some reason he pretended that nothing had happened. This was just water under the bridge. Whatever he said in the first few tweets no longer applied. He just wanted to move on and be buddies again, and it's just petty drama, and you know,
I swear to God, like any person you would call like a child fucker or a predator, only to be chill with them 1 year later. Dude, I know people that got into minor arguments that stopped talking to each other for like 5-10 years or something like that. Like, this is just alien to me. Holy shit.
you know, let's not bring up old drama anymore. I no longer support blood on the dance floor music and how disgusting Dahvie is. If you support that piece of shit, then unfollow me because you're supporting child. I love my brother Blood on the Dance Floor music. His new album is out next week.
2-year difference.
Everyone better be getting it. If you support him, you're supporting child. Everyone better be getting it. We all get over the past. Everything with Blood on the Dance Floor music and I is
We all get over the past.
great. Stop the negativity and smile. That was in July 29th.
And smile at these.
Yo, I gotta take a massive piss. Can I get like a good minute to take that piss? I'm actually pretty interested in this video. My crush is developing.
Yeah, we're gonna pause this right here. 1 year. 1 year. And it goes from pedophile, child rapist to everybody just needs to chill out. Like, this makes no sense to me. I don't understand this. I know it's business. I know it's YouTube, and well, this is before YouTube. You know, they're pop stars or whatever, but this is just like, this had me speechless when I was like,
it's very clear that Jeffree Star has no morals. Like, it's been well documented, and I think this is probably like the best example of it. Just like the blatant hypocrisy. He probably is comfortable working with a child predator if it means he can like make more money and further his career.
This is like, I'm trying to think, like, it's not just like look, I don't know anything about Dahvie Vanity or whatever, right? Like, I don't know if he's a pedo or if it's just allegations, or I think it's just allegations or whatever, or if there's like any credence to these allegations, but pay attention to what he's saying, right? Because what he's saying is that not only does he know, but he claims to have seen. It's not just like somebody told him. He went on a wild tweeting spree, and then like a year later they met and they were like, look, this is just wildly inaccurate about me, and he shows proof or whatever, and they're chill out or whatever. No, he claims he saw criminal acts take place himself with his own eyes, and a year later it's just dismissed.
Jeffree Star definitely has a track record, especially now, of making false allegations. I mean, James Charles, right? And now he's trying to act all buddy-buddy with James Charles again.
Let's get to that
so
part.
It's just...
Yeah, let's get
they
to
actually
that
do talk about it in the video, damn.
Yeah, they do show that part. This is a good video, by the way. I'm gonna go and link it here. I don't want to play the whole thing because I don't want to, steal her content over here. I don't want to be a content thief. What is this? The Beautiful Lies of Jeffree Star. There you are. He was arrested for hooking up with a 15-year-old, and he was let go. Wow. Why? And James Charles was just like,
Wander under the bridge.
Yeah, of course.
Actually hasn't. The whole James Charles thing. I'm sure everybody is familiar with Dramageddon last year, where Tati made a video exposing James Charles, and Jeffree jumped on that train really fast. He spit out tons of accusations about James, and after James's brother posted a tweet on Twitter that wasn't even directed towards Jeffree, not only did Jeffree respond with this, but he also said this to James.
Dawson is going on camera shortly to finally tell the world how you tried to him and touched him in his sleep and made him uncomfortable for months.
So he's texting James Charles saying that he knows James Charles is a rapist, which was found to be not substantiated with any proof at all. And then a year later, they're hanging out. Let's keep watching.
Next, Zach will be going.
This video right here is from a year old, by the way. This is him reading these messages from Jeffree. This whole like beauty community, tea community place is total like AIDS cancer. It's just,
and Jeffree's the worst part of it.
This is
and it sucks because Jeffree's like the epicenter of it, like business-wise, social media-wise. He's pretty much like the kingpin in the entire beauty community, which is probably part of the reason why it's toxic. I would say it just has a lot of toxic people in general in it, but I feel like Jeffree kind of exacerbates that for sure. Jeffree like goes off the handle a lot. Like, look at these tweets, look at these messages. He's just like always like going to the extreme, like calling people rapists and fucking stuff like that. Like,
this is the cesspit of YouTube drama or whatever. I mean, look, drama and stuff is pretty toxic in its nature, right? But most of the time, it's not predominantly stuff like this. In the beauty community, all I've heard is backstabbing, allegations, pedo allegations, rape allegations, or whatever that have no proof whatsoever. And then the part that offends me the most is like a year later, everybody just forgets, like, oh, we're fine or whatever.
Yeah, the community is so business oriented.
There is
like,
no
with the
weight.
commentary community, it's business oriented to an extent because like AdSense or whatever. But in the beauty community, all these beauty YouTubers have their side business of a makeup brand. So like it's literally like business plus social media combined. So there's a lot more backstabby and willing to like, forgive crazy allegations just in order to make a couple bucks. It's insane. And the fans just eat it up. I don't know why. I guess they can easily be emotionally
There is no weight to anything these people say though. I mean, I shouldn't be shocked. And I think a large part of this is I give people too much of the benefit of the doubt, especially on YouTube, which I shouldn't. And I should have learned by now. But I mean, come on now. This is just,
I mean,
it's just
heavily depends on
insane.
circumstances. Yeah. I like how Augie's just discovering the absurdity of the...
It's not that I'm just discovering, I'm seeing patterns of this, and I'm just like, man, this ain't right. I don't know. And I think the part that pisses me off is like people are like afraid to call it out. Like maybe I just don't get it or whatever, but that's just like the fucking gayest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man, I mean, I get if you're a makeup YouTuber and you rely on getting these products to review or whatever. Okay, that makes sense to me, right? I don't know if that's right, but it makes sense to me. But like if you're just a regular like exposed YouTuber or something, and it's like, well, I would call out Jeffree and all, but I mean, I don't know. He's pretty vicious or whatever. He's pretty aggressive. I don't know. His fans get a little doxy, and I'm just like, man, what are you here for?
Well, there is a silver lining in the sense that because Jeffree Star is so blatantly like, a piece of shit, and then people are so blatantly defending him, we know who has no backbone and no spine and stuff in YouTube. Like, it's very clear. It's not like up in the air. So yeah, there's that. We can identify, pussies. But
look, like after he sends these texts to James Charles, calling him a rapist to his face in text messages,
surprisingly had very little to say publicly after promising he'd share his side of the story. Many people don't even believe he was telling the truth about James. And my question is, whether he was or not, why would you want to reconnect with somebody you have labeled as a You are displaying a repetitive pattern here, Jeffree. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. I just want to know if other people are on the same page as me with this one, because I feel like this one is going to rile
it's kind of bothering me. Like, I know that I made jokes about like wanting to hit on her, but the shit's kind of fucking annoying. It's like,
it needs to be back by like 50% at least.
Literally, it's making me uncomfortable. Like,
well, that's how they gotta grab your attention there by being up in your face or whatever. It's like a.
You look so tired.
I don't know. This is like the only person I've seen really do that.
Videos like this, you gotta play on like the smaller
subscribe and hit the notification bell too.
Okay, that's the video there.
Why will subscribing and hitting the notification bell help me? How will that benefit me?
You'll get that great content though. To be fair though, I mean, I thought this video was good. I thought this video was
I like the video. I just don't like the camera. It's scary.
There's your
really
link for
fucking
it.
close. It would be like if literally throughout this call I was just fucking right here, fucking breathing on you.
Yeah. Yeah.